I remember a day when a friend came in from out of town, a friend who was very knowledgeable in Islam and rather expert, had been studying it in the original Arabic, and had a discussion with us. And at that particular day, Huda was sharing with the friend that as far as she could see, there was no country in the world that practiced Islam the way it should be practiced. And that is why there was so much corruption and abuse of power and enforcement of strict Islamic codes in the world. My friend pointed out to her that that is not actually the case, in that when you look deeply into the Islamic source documents, they do propose a kind of Sharia, the kind of life that is enforced in countries that are strictly Muslim. Huda objected to that. Huda said, well, look at Iran before the revolution. Look at it under the Shah. Look at how much liberty they had, how women were educated and a very active part of life. And I'm not saying that there are no educated women in Iran now. But certainly, I think that our viewers would admit Iran has changed. And the outlook towards the West has changed from what it was under the Shah. My friend pointed out to her that the Shah was practicing a very westernized form of Islam. He had many Western connections. He was very influenced by a Christian way of thinking. And in fact, there were at least some family members of his that were Christian. So that was not true Islam. And looking into the papers, I agree with that. I think that he was very westernized. And that is why the kind of regime that he had, that Huda appreciated in evaluation, was not true Islam. That was troublesome to her. She didn't accept that at first. She started looking into it more and more, started studying, started looking at things on the internet, and discovered that really it is rather true that nations that practiced strict Islam are more repressive of women and human rights and things like that than she found comfortable and the kind of life she wanted to live.